Have you ever looked up from your phone, your laptop, or a book and found your dog staring at you? Not barking, not asking for food, not asking to go outside, just watching. For a few seconds, it feels normal. But when it keeps happening, day after day, many owners begin to wonder what is really going on inside their dog's mind. Why do they watch us when we're cooking? Why do they watch us when we're sad? Why do they watch us when we're doing absolutely nothing at all? Most people assume the answer is simple. They think their dog is waiting for a treat, hoping for a walk, or looking for attention. Sometimes that's true. But the real story goes much deeper. Because when a dog spends a large part of its day watching a human, it isn't only revealing something about canine behavior. It may also be revealing something about the human being they're watching. And once you understand why, you'll never see your dog stare the same way again. Humans and dogs have lived together for thousands of years. Long before modern cities existed, long before social media, long before smartphones and television, there were people and dogs sharing the same space, sleeping near each other, traveling together, protecting each other, surviving together. Over generations, something extraordinary happened. Dogs became incredibly skilled at reading humans. In fact, many researchers believe dogs understand human social signals better than almost any other animal on Earth. They notice where we look. They notice how we move. They notice changes in our voice. They notice changes in our mood. And perhaps most surprisingly, they notice changes in our attention. Your dog may not understand your language perfectly, but they are constantly studying you. Not because they're trying to control you, not because they're plotting something, but because from their perspective, you are one of the most important parts of their world. Imagine living with someone whose actions determine almost everything in your life. They decide when you eat. They decide when you go outside. They decide where you sleep. They decide where you travel. Naturally, you would pay attention to them. Dogs do exactly that. Yet that explanation alone doesn't fully answer the question. Because many dogs continue watching their owners even when nothing important is happening. No food, no toys, no walks, no commands, just quiet observation. And this is where things become fascinating. Psychologists often talk about something called emotional referencing. When humans feel uncertain, they naturally look toward trusted people for information. A child who enters a new environment often looks at a parent, not because they need instructions, but because they want emotional guidance. They want to know whether everything is safe, whether everything is okay. Dogs do something remarkably similar. When they are unsure, curious, excited, nervous, or simply trying to understand a situation, they often look toward the person they trust most. Over time, your reactions become part of how they interpret the world. If you're calm, they feel safer. If you're anxious, they notice. If you're excited, they become excited. If you're stressed, many dogs absorb that tension without their owners realizing it. This means your dog may not only be watching your actions, they may be watching your emotions. And that's where the story begins to turn. Because many people believe they are the observers in the relationship. They think they're the ones studying their dog, learning their habits, understanding their personality. But in reality, your dog is studying you too. Every day, quietly, consistently, without judgment. They learn your routines. They learn your moods. They learn your habits. Some dogs can predict when their owner is about to leave the house long before keys are picked up. Others seem to know when their owner is sad before a single tear appears. To a dog, small details matter. A slight change in posture, a slower walk, a different tone of voice, a longer sigh. Things most humans overlook can become meaningful signals to a dog. But there is another reason your dog watches you. A reason that says just as much about humans as it does about dogs. Modern life has created a strange contradiction. We are more connected than ever before, and yet many people feel profoundly alone. Messages arrive instantly. Notifications never stop. Information is everywhere. But genuine attention has become increasingly rare.
People often sit in the same room while looking at different screens. Conversations become shorter. Distractions become constant. Many individuals go through entire days feeling unseen. And then there is the dog. The dog who sits beside them. The dog who waits near the door. The dog who looks up every time they enter a room. The dog who notices their presence without demanding perfection, without expecting them to be entertaining, without caring about status, appearance, or success. Simply noticing them. Perhaps that is one reason people find a dog's stare so powerful. Because deep down, every human wants to feel seen. Not evaluated, not compared. Seen. A dog's gaze often creates that feeling. For a moment, someone feels important. Recognized. Present. And that emotional experience can be surprisingly healing. This doesn't mean dogs view humans the same way humans view dogs. Their minds are different from ours. Their emotional world operates differently. But bonds create patterns that both species can feel. Research has shown that positive interactions between dogs and owners can increase oxytocin levels in both. Oxytocin is sometimes called the bonding hormone. It's associated with trust, connection, safety, affection. The same biological systems that help humans form close relationships can become active during interactions with their dogs. This is one reason many owners feel calmer around their pets, and it may be one reason dogs continue seeking visual contact with people they trust. Eye contact becomes part of the relationship, a silent conversation, a form of connection that doesn't require words. The dog waiting near the door. The dog quietly watching as you move through your day. These moments seem ordinary. Yet, over years, they become the foundation of a bond. A bond built through consistency, through trust, through shared time. When people imagine love, they often think of excitement, big emotions, memorable experiences. But dogs remind us of something different. They remind us that connection is often quiet. It doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it simply sits nearby and pays attention. And perhaps that's what your dog's stare reveals most clearly.
Not just something about them, but something about us. Human beings have an extraordinary need to matter to someone, to feel noticed, to feel connected, to know their presence changes another life. When your dog watches you, they may not be analyzing your achievements. They may not care about your mistakes. They may not understand your worries about the future. But they know you're part of their world. And in a world where attention is constantly fragmented, that simple fact can feel surprisingly profound. The next time you catch your dog staring at you, resist the urge to immediately look away. Pause for a moment. Notice their body language. Notice their eyes. Notice the quietness of the moment. Maybe they're waiting for something. Maybe they're curious. Maybe they're simply enjoying your presence. Whatever the reason, that small interaction contains something many people spend years searching for: connection. And sometimes the deepest forms of connection are not spoken at all. They are simply shared, one glance at a time.